Hello, my friends, and welcome to another episode of the $5 Thrift Challenge. I have taken a $5 bill, I took it to a Goodwill. I bought one item, I sold that item, I used the profit from that sale to buy more items, and I have been continuing that same process over and over again to get to the point where we are now, where we have over $2,000, and we're going to keep on doing that process until we hit our goal of $10,000. So we've sold hundreds of items at this point, and we've made hundreds, thousands of dollars, and we still have at least 100 items. I need to do another recount to see how many items we have left in the challenge. All of these things only purchased with the profits from this single $5 initial investment. So if you don't think that you could start a reselling business, you really can. And it might not start off as good as mine because I've had years of experience, but you'll learn a lot along the way. Okay, let's jump into today's episode. When I ended last episode, we had $2,424.23 in the challenge bank. That is all the profit from everything we've sold from that initial investment. Since then, we've sold quite a few things, although when I'm filming this, it's only Tuesday, and I usually wait until a lot later in the week to make this video, but today I went ahead to the bins. I felt inspired. We're going to go to the bins today, and so we don't have as many sales as normal to share with you, but I think that we still did really well over the weekend. So here we go. The first thing that sold was this Valentina bag. I got this in the bins, and this sold on Depop for $32. Somebody offered me $32. I accepted. That gives us $30.16. Next up, I sold the pair of flax pants that I had remaining. I think I've sold all of the flax pants at this point. Maybe I have a black pair still. That was early on in the challenge. I think it might be also time for me to delist and relist some of my older items in the challenge. We might be at the point where I could do that if it's been over 90 days since I started this, which is crazy. And I'll show you guys how I do that maybe later because today's video is in partnership with Vendu, but more on them later. The flax pants, these sold on eBay for $39.99. We make $35.47 heading into the challenge bank. Then I sold the Patagonia puffer jacket that I picked up last week in last week's episode. I think I even sold this before the video went live, so it sold really quickly. And I believe in only a day or two, maybe. But this puffer coat, I listed it at $100 and I sold it on Poshmark for my full asking price. Somebody bought it for $100. We made $80 heading into the challenge bank, which is exciting because you guys know I spent a little bit more last week when we went to Plato's Closet on a lot of my cost of goods for things. And I think I spent around like $38 for that coat, but it sold in one day. And if this wasn't part of this challenge, let's say I was just doing this, you know, normally, $38, I make $80 of profit. So I made $42 basically with 1 or 2 days of work on that single piece. So even though the cost of goods were really pretty high, I think it was still probably worth it. I liked that sale. That inspires me in the future to do more Plato's Closet runs. Next up was the Amy Kessenberg bag. I sold this on eBay for $30. This is another piece I picked up in the Salvation Army bins the last time I was there. And from $30, make $24.81 heading into the challenge bank. Then the Eileen Fisher black cardigan I also found in the bins. I lint rolled and sweater shaved the crap out of that sweater. The beautiful piece, size 3X, great size, beautiful fabric. Found it in the bins, sold it for $35 on eBay. We make $31.38. Then the Rebekah Minkoff coat from last week. A lot of the higher price items from last week have sold. I feel like we kind of already have a great idea of if my Plato's Closet run was successful. The Rebekah Minkoff coat sold for $84.99 on Depop, which is an amazing platform. I love that they don't take very many fees. It's amazing. We make $80.95 from that heading into the challenge bank. And then the last thing, it was another piece I picked up last week at the Plato's Closet. It was the Aloe Yoga Muse set. I had right off the bat, I listed this for $150, which one piece from that set costs $118 new. So it really is not a bad price for the set. And you know that as soon as I listed that set on Poshmark, somebody sent me a $65 offer. I hate it. Why are people like this? I don't understand. But if that makes you feel better, people do that to me all the time. And I ignore them. Or I just, you know, deny the sale. One or the other. It's so annoying. Anyways, this sold for $100 on eBay, and we make $84.80 after shipping and fees and all of that jazz. So that leaves us with a grand total going into today's episode of $2,791.80. We're at the point now where it's taking us 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks to get a new $1,000 each time. So I do feel like we're doing really well. I need to pick up more items. That's what I noticed from last week is that I need to pick up more quantity today. I really love a quality over quantity model. I need a little bit more quantity, but still quality. That's what we're aiming for today in the bins. We'll see if I can hit that. Also, these are the goals today, okay? We are going as soon as they open. I am up early. I'm proud of myself. We are doing this thing. We are also going to look for more things to take to Plato's Closet, so I can do another trade-in, look for high-value items there sometime soon in the near future, because I think you guys enjoyed going to Plato's Closet with me. And then 3, we're also going to look for more kids items to take to Once Upon a Child, because I need to make that trip worth my while. Now that I know it's not very close, I'm gonna make a giant bin of things to take to the Once Upon a Child. So I have a bag started. I wanna get to the point where I have like a giant IKEA bag, maybe more. So we're gonna look for kids items to add into the pile. We're gonna look for things to take to Plato's Closet now that I have a better idea of what they take. And I'm gonna look for things that I'm going to resell myself. So it's gonna be a fun time in the bins today. So what do you guys say? Ready to head to the bins? I gotta mentally prepare myself. I need to like take a snack with me just in case I get a little nibbly while I'm in there. And yeah, I filled up my water bottle. I think we're ready to go. Woohoo, okay. Let's head to the bins together. Let's go. Okay guys, I made it here. It's actually, they're lining up. I actually got here before it opened. I'm so proud of myself. Okay. Oh my gosh, go. So I walked in and they're taking all the shoes out of the bins over there. So I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to be doing, why everybody's lining up to get here. But I did find these 2 cute there's a little vintage kids coat and then another little like bunting. I think could be cute. Part of the reason we're here today is to look for things like that. So they're getting ready to do a shoe flip over there. So I'm gonna make my way there. I do have the absolute jankiest, worst cart in the world. At least I have a cart today, but as you can see, the aisles are very narrow and it's very hard to get through. I'm working on a solution. I've mentioned that in last week's video, and hopefully that will be here very soon, and then I'll be able to actually, get through the aisles. So here's my IKEA bag full of shoes I found. Here's one singular Tony Llama. Keep looking for that. These are actually a pair of hunter boots. I've not seen this style though before. It looks like there's maybe some cracking in the back, so maybe I won't pick those up, but just grabbing Timberland, Echo, and then shockingly, a pair of Rothy's. I'll double check to make sure they're real, but they look pretty good so far in a size 10. But I've got some good things to look through in here. Also found a teak. I found a singular Tory Burch shoe that I'm gonna keep looking for. So far, so good, but they're about ready to do another flip. They're doing a bag flip next, and I wanna be there for that. So I'm gonna wrap up this and go that way. Sorry, here. I saw something in here I wanted earlier.
I saw a hat that I wanted earlier.
Oh, perfect. So this is the state of my cart right now. It's a little intense, pretty tall. I'm tall and it's as tall as I am, but I found some great things in here. So I've got velvets. I was looking for good fabric, so linen and wool and cashmere, things like that. And so now I need to start sorting because I can't even get to anything in my cart at the moment. And if they do another flip, then I'm gonna be in a bad spot because there's nowhere in my cart. So I'm gonna go through it, see what we have in here, and show you guys some of the things. So when I grabbed this, I knew it was good, but I found another one earlier that was like another like kind of like, I don't even know, like velvety feel blazer. And I grabbed this because I saw on the side, Fifth Avenue. Can you see this? Can we understand? Oh my gosh. You gotta be joking. I wonder if the other one is one too while we're in here. Oh my gosh. Wow, it's been a little bit of a rough day in here. People have been not very nice, but that makes up for it. Holy cow. It's been a good day. It's been a good day. Okay, okay. Anybody else in shock? I'm in shock. Everybody else in shock? Everyone in shock. We're all in shock. Okay, we're in shock. So I also grabbed this from that same bin, which obviously it's good. And this as well, this Faraday piece. So maybe I should go back to that bin and look more. Probably. I'm like shaking. I don't know if you can tell. I'm pretty excited about those things. And I, of course, dropped something on the ground. It's how it goes. Super excited to find a pair of Joan of Arctics. I just sold a pair of one of these last week for $58 or $65, one of the two. Heck yeah. I will definitely grab that. Okay, so at this point, most everyone has cleared out of the bins. We are pretty much, I would say, at the end of the day when it comes to looking through things. There's still a billion things in this room. Also, this is really cute. Just found that little Ralph Lauren thing. I want to talk to you guys real quick because, so you guys know that I make videos and I do this all the time where I go and I film in places. Today is the first day where I've had somebody else go and tell a worker that I'm filming, trying to get me into trouble. Very interesting. In case you guys didn't know, you are allowed to film in places like this. I actively try not to film other people. I usually am filming myself or the clothing I'm looking at. But instead of just coming up and talking to me, they just went and found a worker and were like, hey, this person's filming. You need to kick them out or something like that. Which is crazy because who am I hurting by doing this? I'm helping people by doing this. So it's just crazy to me, but people get really territorial here and it's been a very insane day. That had the power to break me today where I was like, maybe I should just leave. I'm glad I powered through and I just kept going, but like I was not feeling very happy after that. But just like, if you have a problem, come and talk to me. Somebody else has come up to me before and been like, hey, I respect your work that you're doing. I just want to make sure I'm not in any videos. And I was like, of course, I will make sure that you are never on camera. And I've done that, but I just don't understand the gall of people. I felt like a child at a class getting told on, you know, like, but I'm also like not trying to hide what I'm doing. Like I'm literally wearing this microphone around everywhere I go, you know? So I don't know, y'all. It's a little frustrating, a little frustrated by that. And I get both sides of the issue. Like people don't want to be on a camera. That's great. I wasn't filming her. I wasn't even near this person. So I don't know. I just thought it was interesting. I thought I would fill you in on that. Yeah, I'm back in the bin where I found all the really nice designer pieces. I'm seeing if I can find anything else in here before I try to like wrap this thing up because again, it is snowing. There's a snowstorm going on outside. And so I don't want to get stuck in it, which feels like my lot in life. Every time I go to the bins, there's a snowstorm. So if I ever want to cause a snowstorm in the future, I can. Ooh, okay. Just found a pair of Lululemon leggings. That's pretty exciting. I think they're full length too. They're kind of small, but I also have been toying around with the idea of taking in a lot of my older Lululemon things. Like this is an older style. Just to Lululemon and getting credit for them, you know? And then using that credit to buy myself something, kind of like what I did with the North Face jacket that I have now. I feel like that could be a good idea. Maybe I'll do that. But I'm glad I came and double checked this area one more time. I feel like I could find something else too hidden in here. So I'm sorting my carts here. Got it all. Hopefully I'll figure it all out. I found tons of stuff today. Really successful day. But I will show you guys everything I got when we get home. Okay, friends, we're back home and it was a productive day at the bins. I was able to find so many things that will resell for great money. I am shocked by the quality of the things that I have found because I find that a lot of the thrift stores around here don't have the same quality. I don't know if they're putting things online or if they're just marking things up so much I never find them, but I am so excited. Holy cow, we have tons of profit. We have tons of profit sitting here. It won't take us very long to pay for what we did today, but I spent $127.31 at the bins today. I got 34 pounds of clothes, so $64 for the clothing, and then I got 16 pairs of shoes, so $55 for the shoes. So pretty much almost half for each of the 2 things that I picked up today. And so when we subtract the cost of goods, the $127 from what we had at the beginning of the episode, we're ending today's episode with $2,664.49 in our challenge bank. Absolutely insane. I think I have 32-ish pieces of clothing here and 16 pairs of shoes. So we got a lot to get through in this haul. So yeah, let's jump into it. Let's jump into it. Okay, I don't even know where to start. It gets pretty insane pretty quickly. So let's first talk about, I think, the star of the show, the things that I was like, how, why did no one else grab these? I did not get to that bin first. This was laying over the edge of one of those pallets. I don't know what people are picking up there, but it's not what I am picking up. 2 velvet blazers. These are gorgeous. I love selling suits and blazers. I used to hate it. Now I just know I just need to suck it up, take some measurements, expect questions from people. And these things sell for so much money, especially if you find a good brand. Y'all, this is insane. This chocolate brown velvet, like kind of like a smoking jacket blazer. It is absolutely stunning. It is gorgeous. Has a beautiful lapel. And then I am so pleased to tell you that these are from Yves Saint Laurent. I believe they're from the 1970s. At least the other one is. I haven't looked this one up as much as the blue one you're about to see, but they are from Saks Fifth Avenue. I literally, when I was looking at these, I just looked at the left side. I didn't even know that these were Yves Saint Laurent when I grabbed them. I guess I could have looked at the entire lining that also says Yves Saint Laurent printed over and over again on it. Could have done that. Did I do that? Absolutely not. But I am so jazzed. Can you tell? Can you tell by the excitement in my voice? I am so excited about this. This is so cool. I think, have I ever found YSL? I don't think so. I have found Balenciaga. I have found Gucci. I have found Valentino before, but like, have I found YSL? No. So this is very exciting for me. I am so jazzed about that. So that's the chocolate brown one. And then I have, I think, the same one, perhaps, in this navy blue velvet as well. Look how gorgeous this is. Again, I looked on the inside and found that Saks Fifth Avenue tag. Did I know that it was Yves Saint Laurent? No, of course I did not. But again, I think this is probably from the 1970s, vintage YSL, so cool. And then it has the Yves Saint Laurent printed all over on the lining as well. Super, super cool. I am beyond jazzed about these. I don't think that they have the size tags in them anymore. Somebody cut them out. You can see where it used to be. So I'll go straight on measurements for these bad boys, but they are really stunning. Like, they are a nice tailored jacket, and each one of them cost me a whopping $2. 2 buckaroos. I saw a lot of them listed for around $200, but I think realistically I can sell for around $120, $150. I think that would be a good price, and that would probably move it a little bit faster. But I mean, for literally, I spent $127 in the bins. Those are 2 items. So we're doing well. We're doing well today, my friends. We're doing well. Okay, let's hit on some of the other amazing menswear pieces I grabbed while we're on this same track. This is just kind of a white button down. It has a texture to it. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it on camera because it is just white. It's just gonna be hard to pick up. But this is from Emporio Armani, which is real Armani. It's not the Armani Exchange. If I found that, I probably would have left it behind because that's kind of more like their diffusion label. It's not as high end, but this is real Armani. This will not do as well as some Armani could do because it's just a white button up, but it's 100% cotton and it is a US size medium. So at least I have some information, but it looks to be in great shape. Like, there's not a ton of like neck wear, do you know what I mean? Where it gets a little bit like yellowish orange from where you have sweat on it. That is pretty exciting. To find Armani and YSL in the bins today is pretty insane, I think. Before we jump into the next piece, I do want to take a second to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is Vendoo. Vendoo is a cross-listing software that I use every day in my business that I list directly into, and then I just fill out a few different things depending on which site I'm listing on, and Vendoo will cross-list my piece to all those different sites. But I also get the question of, what do you do if something sells on one of your sites? That's really risky, right? And so Vendoo also has has automatic sales detection and delisting. So if something sells on Depop, let's say, if it's also listed on Poshmark and eBay, then Vendu will automatically take it down from those websites for me, leading me to have peace of mind, and I know that I'm not gonna sell something twice, because that can be really disastrous, especially on a platform like eBay. That can be really scary. So I love using Vendu. They're always adding new features and trying out new things that will help you in your reselling business. And I find that it pays for itself even if I just sell one thing that I wouldn't have sold otherwise. If it sells on a platform I wasn't listing on before, that really already pays for itself. I feel like it's quite worth it. You can also try it out for free if you follow the link down below, and you'll get 25% off if you use my link. And it also does help to support my channel if you follow my link. So thank you guys so much for considering using Vendu. I use them every day in my reselling business. I really do. And with no further ado, let's jump into the next piece. Then we have two Brooks Brothers vintage blazers as well. These are amazing. Did I even find these all in the same place? I don't think I did. I found the Armani and the YSL in the same bin, but these pieces came from a different bin entirely. But we have this beautiful, kind of nice, kind of tweed looking plaid blazer. Again, super beautiful. I love selling blazers. I don't think I've picked up a lot of menswear in this $5 thrift challenge, but I'm not against it. I just haven't found the right pieces. These are the right pieces. This is amazing. For $2, shut up. This is vintage Brooks Brothers, which I have sold a lot of Brooks Brothers suits. So I've sold, I think I found at the Goodwill once, maybe 10 of them together, like full sets, the pants and the jacket together. I sold each one of those for $150. Those were great finds. This by itself, I'm assuming I can still sell it for at least like around 50 bucks probably. It's vintage, it's wool. I can tell by the feel of it. Yeah, 100% pure wool. Oh, and I do have a size, that's exciting. So this is from the fall of 2007. So not quite vintage, I guess, but it's a size 43, regular. So that is very helpful to know. I'll still do measurement. The second piece, another Brooks Brothers, really beautiful. I would have said vintage, but I'm questioning now whether it's on the edge of vintage. Another suit jacket. This is made in the USA, dry clean only, from Brooks Brothers. Some of these pieces are so good. They do well for me. Inside tag, beautiful. And I'm assuming then it's gonna be similar to the last piece. So this is from the fall of 2008. It's another 43 size long. So very excited. Each one of those at least 50 bucks. I'd be probably on the edge of saying more like $75. We'll see. Okay. I will give you guys a break from the menswear here in a second because I do need to show you all the fabulous shoes that I picked up. But while we're on it, I had a beautiful, wonderful subscriber there in the bins with me today. She gave me this. She also kept me company, and she was very kind to me throughout the day. Loved spending the day with her, but she handed me this and she's like, oh, I think you'll like this. And I was like, are you sure you don't want this? And she's like, no. And I'm like, okay, I'll take it. This is a gorgeous trench coat, okay? Beautiful quality trench coat with a quilted interior that I think is removable. Look at this beautiful piece of art, my friends. This is beautiful Brooks Brothers, like full trench coat with lapels, with buttons, with an amazing belt attached. Insane, insane fine. This was in a size 44 regular. The top yoke is 100% Bemberg Cupro. The bottom is 90% wool and 10% cashmere, of course. Love that for me. The collar is 90% wool, 10% cashmere. Okay. Crazy. Beautiful. Insane. The most beautiful jacket I've ever found in the bins. I am so pleased with that. I feel like I have to list that probably at $200. Like it might be worth less or more than that. I'll do more research, but I'm a little bit speechless because did I realize it was wool and cashmere? No, but I'm so pleased. It's so exciting. Is this not the most exciting time? It's electrifying, guys. This is electric. Okay. I found this in the YSL bin. I don't know what was going on with that donation bag. I wish I would have been there first because I'm sure other people got amazing things too. Or maybe they didn't know what they were looking at and I got all of it. Who knows? This is a Faraday piece, which I was thinking it was like maybe just a shirt when I was in the bins. And then as I was like folding it, I was like, oh, this is long. This is a dress. So I found this beautiful dress. I kind of assumed it was gonna be a menswear piece because of all the menswear I was finding. But no, it is a Faraday piece. It's a size large, so it's a women's size large dress. And I looked up comps for this and I found the style already of this piece. It is called the Legend Sweater Dress and it's in olive melange. And we have it a size extra small that sold for $55. This is a size large. I'm assuming it can sell between $50 and $65, so pretty pleased with that. Another amazing, so exciting find. I'm not looking forward to listing all of this, but I know that it has so much potential. I'm gonna try to get everything listed before the video goes live. I don't know, give me fingers crossed, who knows. Okay, this piece is one of the lower end pieces probably that I found, but I think it's so beautiful. This is a nice little denim chambray shirt. I think the style of this is so good. I love the fit of it. It's more cropped and boxy. I love the look of that. I feel like it's very chessy from Parent Trap, but this is from J. Jill Denim. I love J. Jill. I don't always pick it up, but in the bins and in like a denim piece, that's gonna be great. So a size medium, I like that a lot. I grabbed that. I think that should resell for maybe $20, $25. Let's do some shoes, shall we? It gets insane really quickly in the shoes, and I have 16 pairs, so let's get going, shall we? This pair of little UGG sneakers. These are actually pretty sought after, I guess. I had never seen a sneaker like this. I thought it was very interesting. Somebody had thrown these back. These were a throwback. That's how I found my amazing pair of Sorel Joan of Arctic boots the other day in the bin. Somebody just threw it back. Don't know why. These are in a size 6, but these are the UGG low mel sneakers, and the comps were amazing. Like, I feel like these should resell for around 50 to 65, maybe even $70. I'll probably list around 50 to 65 because I want to move them quickly. I don't want to be holding on to them for a year and a half. And we have this pair of Sorels. These have a little bit of wear to them, but I feel like they are still in great enough condition to have picked up. Like, the bottoms have a little bit of wear, but I feel like they're in overall great shape. They're a pair of wedges. This side has a little bit of schmutz on it. I'm just gonna have to wipe that off. I did, like, you know, wipe with my finger at the bins and it came off. So I'm like, oh, okay. So it's just like, it's schmutz. I think that these are really cool. I think that I can get maybe $40 to $50. They're size 10, so great women's size. Sorel winter boots. I am trying to move some boots right now. We in the US, we're in the middle of this Arctic freeze. I don't know what it's like in other countries right now, but right here, right now, it's cold, it's snowy. Everyone needs a pair of boots. And so I'm trying to get a lot of pairs of boots right now. I say that as I hold up a pair of sandals. Great timing, right, Bekah? But spring is around the corner, but I thought these were in really good condition. These are a pair of Tevas. They're the slide sandals. I think these are really cute. I like the green color. These are also in a women's size 10, and I think I can resell these for like $20, $25. So I'll list probably around 25. Then I didn't even look these up. I just grabbed, these are a pair of Patagonia shoes. Pretty insane, right? I don't understand. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see the Patagonia logo on the tongue, but it also says Patagonia back here on the heel as well as on the bottom. I actually found 2 pairs of Patagonia shoes in the bins. The other pair was falling apart though. They were a pair of women's shoes, and so I decided to leave those behind. But these are a really cool pair of Patagonia with like this outline of a mountain range on the side. Super cool. These are definitely a men's pair of shoes. It's a little worn off where the size is, but I'll have my husband try these on and figure out what the size is of these. I don't know how much these will go for. I didn't even look. I didn't even consider looking. I just grabbed for $3 and what, 79 cents nowadays. I felt like that was still worth it. Then I grabbed this pair of sneakers. I grabbed these after everyone had gone through all the bins already, and I just happened to see the backs of these. It has the MWL on them, which I love selling Madewell shoes. So these are the Make Weekends Longer from Madewell. These are a pair of sneakers. They're in all leather, and I've done traditionally really well selling their leather shoes. So 7.5 from women. Last time I had those, I sold them for around 50 bucks. And then we have the pair of Nobles that I found in the throwbacks in the very beginning of the video. I think I found these. These might have been the first thing I grabbed, but I've never seen a pair of high tops before from Noble, or at least I've never grabbed them. But these little floral Nobles, so cool, and look to be in pretty great condition, honestly. But these are in a size women's 7 or a men's 5.5. So I'll probably list them as a women's 7. I think they're really cute. I think maybe $40 to $50 for those. And then these were on my mind because I just sold a pair of Ultra running shoes this week, earlier this week, I think, for $40 to $50. I think they sold for 50, 40, I don't know, somewhere around there. So I found another pair of Ultras. These were also in the YSL bin, so I don't know if they came from the same person, but there's a lot of donations over there, so who knows. But these say Solstice XT on the side. Didn't know what that was. Double checked to make sure there was no holes up here, because that's the one thing you have to look out for with Ultras, is sometimes they have toe holes that build. Well, these look like they've had reinforcement to the toe, so that's nice. The bottoms also are in really good shape. They're not worn out, which is something else you have to look for. But I thought these were really nice. Like, these are a nice newer pair of men's shoes, and they're in a size 10.5. So great size. They're kind of a black with a little navy blue running through them. I would be surprised if those sold for less than 50 bucks. Okay, now let's talk about some of the Sorels I found. Absolutely insane day for me in the shoe rotation, I feel like. Look at these absolutely gorgeous Sorels I found with the chunky heel and the grommets. They're amazing. And the bottoms look to be in really good shape. I have sold something similar to this before. It's been a hot minute though, so I'll have to look up this exact style. But these, I am sure will do well. These are in a size 9. We love a women's size 9. Any size 9 women out there, woohoo, let's go. But just from a quick Google lens, these are the Sorel Addington boots. So there's sort of a wide range of styles of the Addington, but I would say 55. I have 2 pairs in a row that look similar to this that sold for $55. This one sold for $50. This one sold for $35. Geez, the tall one sold for $220. The tall ones are crazy. So I'll probably list around $50 to $55 for those. How exciting. And then I have, looky here guys, another pair of those Sorel Joe Arctic boots. I sold almost this exact same pair last week from the same brand. I think it might even be in the same size, from Sorel for I think $58. So to find the exact same pair again, I am shooketh to have done that. They are in a women's size 9, warm lining, waterproof, amazing. I would assume again, $50 to $60, probably 60. I'll probably list around 65 and then accept offers. Then we have this pair of Sorels. These are intense. These are in a size 8.5. Look at these guys. Now these ones have quite the heel. I'm like, is that safe in the snow? Probably not. But they also have this like fun little ring for the back of them. While we're at it, why don't we just look these up real quick? I'm just gonna Google Lens them and see what the style of these is. I find Google Lens to be like so helpful in my everyday life. I use it every day, multiple times a day. These are the Sorel Daisy boots. I feel like these are a little bit more impractical than the other pair. This person sold them for $10. I feel like that's a little low. $59.99 for a green pair. I would say, again, I'll probably list around 50 bucks because I think these are really cool. And so hopefully we'll get around that. And these are size, what, 8.5, did I already say that? And the bottoms are really great. If you can walk in a heel, those are really cool. Okay, then we have 2 different pairs of wool little slippers slash like slides. I guess more so a slipper, but really cute. This one is the dog across the both of them. It's so cute. It's from LL Bean, and these are in a size 9 women. I do feel like I need to like lint roll these because it looks like, I don't know if it's the wool or if there's like dog hair on them, so I'll double check that. These are from Geiswein. I have sold Geiswein wool slippers like this before, and they sold really quickly for like almost 50 bucks. If they're more special, they go for even more, but these are really cool. Size European 38. And so I will see how much I can get for those. But both of these, probably $35 at least for those. I feel like this is the most insane haul I've had to date. If you guys agree, please let me know in the comments. I feel like this is intense. This is a lot. I found a pair of Rothy's. I found a pair of Teaks. What is happening? It makes me inspired. It's really giving me a drive to keep on thrifting, which I was feeling a little bit sad about the thrifting that I was encountering here in Michigan so far. This has really gotten me back on the horse of woohoo, let's thrift every day for the whole day, you know? Here are the pair of Teaks. These are more of like a ballet pink color. I know that these are kind of worn. Like the insides, they're a little worn, you can tell. I still grab them because I still think I can sell them for $25, $35. And they're Teaks. I was so excited to find them. I wanted to show you guys. And then I have this pair of Rothy's. These are a navy blue. They're like normal, just slip on. And these are in a women's size 8. They do say made in China. They look legit. I own a few pairs of Rothy's and I feel like they look good to me. I think I will throw them through the wash though because Rothy's are washable. Love that for us. But yeah, navy blue. I feel like these guys really were having a moment a bit ago, this style. I own a pair of clogs from Rothy's and those things slap. Those are good. But I think I can still probably sell those at least for $35. Hopefully the same for the Teaks, we'll see. But these are in a size, did I tell you, they're in a size 6. So size 6 and size 8. And then the last 2 pairs of shoes, oh my gosh, this is pretty intense. I am so sorry. Well, actually, I'm not gonna apologize. You guys are here to watch this, so you probably are enjoying it. I found my people, haven't I? Okay, 2 pairs of Uggs. Okay, I forgot about this, but I was gonna give these to my host daughter, GU. She's at college. She's from South Korea. These are in her size, and it's her birthday coming up. These are really cute. They look like an Ugg Taz slipper, except they're like rubber. I think those are so cute. I love those. And I also found these Ugg little mini boots. I think they're called something specific, like the mini, I don't know, shorty boot or something. They are a little bit rough, but you guys have seen me kind of rehab Uggs before. You've seen me rehab Birkenstocks, anything with that suede. I do have a suede brush, and if I wash the sides, I think they'll look better. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get out completely the like black on this one toe, but I might as well try, you know? I'm pretty sure I'm gonna keep these for my host daughter. I bet these will clean up really well though too, because they are rubber. Super cute. It's a shoe army over here. Okay, that's all the shoes. We made it through the shoes. Holy cow. I didn't count these as shoes. I just weighed these because they don't have a sole. But I also found a pair of Bombas gripper slippers, which I own a pair of these that I also found in the bins for myself. These are a size extra large, so probably a women's extra large. I absolutely adore Bombas, the company. I adore Bombas socks, and they make great slippers. I actually today was wearing my Bombas slippers I thrifted at Goodwill for $5. I wear these like every day here in our house, but these gripper slippers, I was looking and there's I think maybe like 70 listed and over 700 sold. So it's got a great sell-through rate. And I would assume that these should sell for like 25 bucks. I didn't even show you guys this one. Okay, so here's another men's blazer. I don't even know where I found this. I don't think I found this in the same area as the other ones, but this one's Valentino. So might as well show you that as well, right? We found 2 YSL, all those Brooks Brothers, got Armani over there, and then this is a Valentino Uomo made in Italy. Again, I just think this one also had the size cut out. Yeah, you can see where the size tag used to be, but it either ripped or somebody cut it out. So I will have to measure that as well, but quality tailored, 100% wool, I'm assuming. Gorgeous, love it. It's like, it's so good that it's like overwhelmed me at this point and everything is too good, you know? I also found this Taylor Swift Eras Tour t-shirt in the freaking bins. That is amazing. From 2023, it does have schmutz on the side. Do I care? No, I really don't. I'm gonna throw that through the wash. If it doesn't come out, it's mine. It is a size medium, but I'm kind of feeling like it might actually fit me. But I'm also kind of in the process of losing weight. I've actually lost like 30 pounds, which is a lot, but you probably can't even tell because you see it gradually, but we'll see. Maybe I'll give that a try, see if it fits me. I did grab this knit sweater. I think this is really cool. It's this turtleneck sweater, really chunky knit, pink and blue. This fit of this is so Y2K. Look at the fit. Look at the styling of this. But this is from DKNY. And it's also vintage. So it's a vintage chunky sweater. I think this is really cool. This is one of those things that I think I will sell on Depop. Like this is a very strong Depop vibe to me. So I'm glad that I'm using Vendu to cross list because then I just have to, I can put it up everywhere. Who knows? Maybe it'll sell on eBay. Things have surprised me so much before where I thought, oh, there's no way this sells on Depop, and then it does. And I'm glad I just cross-listed anyway. And then I did pick up this Madewell sweater. And I just talked about how I don't pick up a lot of things from Madewell other than their like highest quality, like their shoes, their bags. But I did grab this because I loved the camel color of it. I think it's very classic. You guys know I really love that kind of classic tailoring. I love finding wool. I love finding cashmere, silk, things like that. And this is 100% merino wool. This is from holiday 2015. So it is 10 years old, but it looks like it's never been worn. It's in gorgeous condition. I think this is stunning. And this is a size medium from Madewell. You can also tell this is an older tag from Madewell because it says the date underneath Madewell, and the newer pieces don't say the date, but I still think that that was beautiful, and I think I can get at least 15 bucks for it. I know this is a long haul. Thank you guys if you're staying all the way through this. This is a gorgeous little piece I found. This is vintage, this linen top from Talbot's. It's really beautiful. It's in a size small petite, made in Hong Kong. It's 55 linen and 45 cotton, but it is a vintage Talbot's petites, size small. I love the little florals across the bottom. I think this is so stunning. I love the color of it. And then it also has these kind of pearlescent buttons going down the back. So pretty, So gorgeous. Oh, and I think I can list that. I'll probably list that for $25 to $35. And the DKNY sweater, I'll probably list between $35 and $50. I think that's so cool. Then we have this pair of high-waisted velvet, I would say kind of like flare, or maybe like wide leg cropped pants. Another really cool vintage DKNY piece, which I never pick up DKNY, but because these are very Y2K, I think that they're gonna do well on Depop, and velvet is a great keyword. People are looking for velvet. And then we have two Orvis sweaters, which again, do I ever pick it up? Not really, but I looked these up because of the fabric content. This one is a little blue quarter zip sweater, and this one is in a size medium. This is what the interior looks like. And I wouldn't say pick up everything, but this feels so nice. I had to look at it a second time. It's 100% merino wool. I would be shocked if that sold for less than $25, probably more. And then this is the other one I grabbed. This one is a navy blue with a contrasting orange on the front and elbow pads as well. This is also from Orvis, and it's also in a size medium, and it's also 100% wool. So, you know, when you can find in the bins a mixture, you got linen over there, you've got wool, I've got velvet. It's pretty insane the things that you can find. Now, I have 3 accessories over here. Bear with me. We have a Fjall Raven backpack, which at one point these would have been like the find. I would have been like sitting on 50 bucks with this. I bought it without even looking it up because I was like, oh, it's Fjall Raven, that's great. And I feel like this will only sell for like $15 to $20, which I think is kind of crazy. So I'm a little disappointed in that, but learn from my mistake. I mean, I guess it's still worth it. I still paid less than $1 probably for it. And then I also picked up this Spy Family anime backpack. It's really cute. And I think this was sold at Hot Topic, like they all are, it feels like. But they had some pretty good comps, like maybe $25, $35 for this little backpack. And again, it was super light. I've watched Spy Family. I love Spy Family. I think this is so good. I am a big fan. And then the last accessory I found was this cute little cream beret. I love this classic like French aesthetic. It's beautiful. It's from Fashions by Arlington on 5th Avenue. It's 100% wool, made in Hong Kong. So it is a vintage beret. I just thought this was so cute. Like imagine somebody wearing that trench coat, wearing this is too much to handle. It really is too much to handle. Now I have a few pieces that I am taking to either Plato's Closet or to Once Upon a Child or to Lululemon Traded or to North Face Traded. So we got a few things going on here. First up, for, I believe, going to Plato's Closet is this Babaton little bodysuit. Really pretty brown square neck bodysuit. I think because it was a bodysuit, it's probably just not worth selling on my own. I think it'd be hard to move that, but I do think that they'll take it. Then another piece to take to buy, sell, trade is that Polo Ralph Lauren, that little waffle knit kind of thermal piece that I found with you guys on camera. I think that they will take that and that will move it quickly. And then the last piece for Plato's Closet, so I'm making another little bin of things to take to Plato's Closet, is this New It Tags dress. I think it's a dress. It's very steampunk to me, is what I feel, but it is New It Tags. It's just from Target, but I think because it's New It Tags, they'll take it. It's a size large. It was originally, what, $32? So I feel like it's probably worth them grabbing from me, but I'll put that in the pile to take there as well. Then I did grab just this one little bunting to take to Once Upon a Child. Really cute little tulip print all over it. I think it's adorable. You guys saw me find the pair of Lululemon leggings. I'm gonna put these in a Lululemon trade-in pile. These are really cute and they look to be in really good condition. Like there's no pilling in the crotch at all, which maybe if you're this size, maybe you just don't do that. I don't know. Size 2, crazy, tiny, but should be able to get 10 bucks out of those right away. And same thing with this. I might get more than $10, but I did find this North Face, this little fleece with the kind of waterproof material as well on it. But that will go to the North Face trade-in. I will add that. I still have that one puffer jacket that Gio fixed for me that you guys saw me talk about before that is waiting to have more pieces to take in, so I'll just keep on collecting them and then eventually we'll take them in, trade them in for something great. And I almost forgot, I literally stopped filming and then realized I also bought 2 things for myself. I found this ribbed little like lightweight sweater that I thought was really pretty. I'll try it on and then if I hate it, I'll see what I do with it. It's vintage Chico's, but I picked it up because it's 57% silk And so I do think it's gonna fit me, and I think it's really pretty. So we'll see if I like that. And then I am obsessed with this. This probably cost me a pretty penny in the bins because it's pretty heavy. This is a vintage Harvey Bernard long coat. All of the things about it have been washed off. Like, you can't even tell anything about what it is. I think it's a size 12. I would say it feels like it is wool and or mohair. I cannot tell what it is, but I tried this on over a tank top while I was in the bins, and I was like, hi Gracie. I am obsessed with this. I think it's beautiful, and I do think that I can wear it open right now, and then maybe I could wear it closed eventually, who knows? I just think it's beautiful. It looked so good with it. I'm wearing a sweatshirt, obviously, but I thought this was stunning. I really do love it. I think it's very classic. So I bought those two things for myself, and then that's it. Those are it. That's it. I promise now. Now that's it. For sure. That was quite the long haul. That was all $127 that I spent. I feel like there's probably thousands of dollars of profit sitting here, like at least $1,000 just in one video. I love that. This is amazing. We have lots of different avenues of things I'm gonna put together in piles to take to Plato's Closet, to all these different places, you know, and then I have tons of things to sell myself, so you guys know the drill. I gotta get started. There's a lot of list here. I've gotta launder some things. I've got a lot of work ahead of me, but it's gonna be totally worth it in the end. And our ending total, again, is $2,664.49. That's what we're gonna start next week with before I show you guys everything that's sold, and hopefully we sell tons of things from this video. That would be the goal. So if you wanted to try out Vendu, then make sure you guys follow their link down below, and that will get you 25% off of your first month. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in next week's episode. Bye.